The only reason Tajima didn't disown him was because of the fact that he needed heirs in this treacherous world where children died, and most of all because Hakira had made Tajima promise to look after the boy. With Tajima indifferent to the boy, the clan also lost all interest and ignored Naruto Uchiha. He was nothing but a spare heir and a weakling. The strong survive, the weak die. Tajima frowned when Yashiro and Inabi mocked their youngest brother when he failed to produce a fireball and ended up coughing his lungs out. "Bloody weakling," spat Inabi distastefully. Yashiro went forward to bonk his coughing brother, only to have a shadow step in between. Looking up, the third son saw of Tajima and his elder brother standing before him with a sharp look in his dark eyes. "What are you doing?" asked Izuna, and narrowed his eyes when Yashiro clenched his fist while glaring at a scared Naruto. "Teaching him a lesson. He's a weakling and a disgrace to our clan. Can't even form a simple fireball," said Yashiro angrily, and flinched when Izuna gave him a cold look. "He is our brother," reminded Izuna. "He killed Mother!" yelled Inabi furiously. Izuna stepped forward, making his two younger brothers take a step back. Tajima was about to move to intervene when Madara sighed and grabbed the two angry children by their collars. "Come, I'll teach you a new jutsu beside the lake," proposed the eldest with a grin. "Really?" asked both the excited boys with joy in their eyes. Madara was their hero after all. "Yes, so go along now." The two brothers cheered and ran towards the lake to learn something new from their prodigal brother, completely ignoring their previous anger at their youngest sibling. Madara saw Izuna was still seething in anger and laid a hand on his shoulder. "Let it go, Izuna. They are kids," advised Madara, only to receive a heated glare from his closest sibling. "Naruto is our brother!" Madara saw the scared and whimpering boy staring at them. He didn't hate him like Yashiro and Inabi did, but he didn't love him as well. In this regard, Madara was just like his father, with both of them tolerating Naruto, but not doing anything more. Izuna was the only one who cared for the boy and looked after him. "Fine, but don't try to play favorites, Izuna. Yashiro and Inabi are our brothers as well," reminded Madara patiently. "So is Naruto." Madara sighed again. His brother was stubborn and would not relent. "Very well." With that, Madara was gone to join his brothers waiting for him by the lake. Furious, Izuna turned towards their father and saw the man giving him a firm look. "Do you have something to say, boy?" asked Tajima sternly, and watched the boy clench his fist shut. "No, father." Izuna turned away from his father and marched towards his youngest brother. The young boy glanced at him with the watery eyes, and Izuna flinched on seeing the burned lips. God, was he so stubborn. "Big brother, can you teach me a jutsu?" asked the shy boy. "You're injured," said Izuna hesitantly, and saw the boy flinch when he tried to touch his burned lips. "No, I can fight, just like you," proclaimed Naruto with such confidence that broke Izuna's heart. But the truth was, Naruto couldn't perform ninjutsu well. Every Uchiha child had to perform a fireball jutsu as their rite of passage into adulthood at the age of 6. In a few weeks, the boy's birthday would come, and he would be obligated to pass. However, Naruto was struggling. He was less skilled and hard-hitted, which resulted into him getting injured most of the time. But if he failed the rite of passage, Izuna feared the boy would become even more hated among the clan, for the Uchihas never tolerated the weak. The only reason Naruto even had a comfortable life was because he was the son of the clan head. A despised son, but a son nonetheless. "I'll teach you tomorrow. Now, we need to heal your injuries," promised Izuna, but the brown-haired boy shook his head. "Now!" Izuna smirked at the boy's childish demand to learn when he looked ready to fall over from exhaustion. It was why Izuna loved his youngest brother. He was a stubborn fool, but a person who never gave up. A child who was determined to prove himself, despite no support from his bloody family. Well, I can, but then I won't have time to treat you to ramen, said Izuna with a hidden smile. If possible, the child seemed to have regained his lost energy as he literally jumped into the air, all excited and completely forgetting the cold treatment given to him by his other brother. Ramen! Yelled Naruto with a fist pump in the air. Izuna chuckled at the display, feeling happy at seeing that smile. Naruto thought that way about him. One smile from the boy could take away a day's worth of Izuna fatigue. So when he offered his back, Izuna's youngest brother happily jumped on and grabbed his neck affectionately. You're the best, yelled Naruto, nearly making Izuna go deaf. Gods, the boy was loud. How could an Uchiha be that? Izuna watched her father staring at them with a strange look in his eyes. The second of Tajima simply gave a respectful nod to the man before starting his walk towards the town, happily to involve himself in the endless chattering of his youngest brother. Naruto observed the vast town built by his ancestors. It was so huge, so many lights, and with so many people trying to sell so many pretty things. He was so enraptured with the sight of new toys in a nearby shop, but he then remembered father telling them Uchiha played with swords, not wooden horses. Still, Izuna saw him staring at the wooden horse, and bought it for him. For that gesture, he happily kissed his brother's cheek, earning a laugh from his favorite brother. Naruto felt happy whenever he was with him. Izuna never scolded him. Okay, maybe when he tried to sneak out at midnight outside the city wall. Those were the only times his brother had been furious with him, warning that the world was dangerous, especially for an Uchiha. Naruto didn't know why Izuna said that, but he obeyed his brother. Yashiro and Inabi were always mean to him, making fun of him, even trying to hit him whenever they could. Madara would put a stop to that whenever he noticed, but his eldest brother never talked with him much, and it hurt. Does Madara hate me? Izuna stared at him in surprise, even as he continued taking them towards the infirmary to heal Naruto's burned lips. No, Madara is busy. He is the heir to our house, our future leader. He just has a lot of stuff to do, said Izuna hesitantly. He talks with Yashiro and Inabi, but not with me. I don't like him, said Naruto, his cheeks puffing red with anger. No, I have you. I don't need him. Or stupid Yashi, or Ina. Izuna chuckled a little at his brother's silly statements. At times, he had to remind himself Naruto was still a child and yet to grow up. He was yet to see the battlefield, something all his brothers had already done so in varied fashions. Madara and Izuna had fought on the front lines. Even Yashira and Inabi had fought under their father's guidance. Naruto was the youngest, and as much as Izuna hated to accept it, he was not much strong. Maybe he would be if his father and Madara gave him a chance, but that was unlikely to happen anytime soon. Their family had never been the same after mother died. Izuna loved all his brothers. He respected Madara, looked after Yashira and Inabi, but most of all, he doted on his baby brother Naruto. People said he looked like mother, and Izuna wanted to believe that mother would like it if he looked after her youngest son. He finally managed to get Naruto to the infirmary and summoned the medic to heal his wounds. His brother was given instant attention, for they were the sons of their house's leader. Naruto was so happy playing with his wooden horse as the medic finished healing his burn and applied salve along with bandage. Salve? I don't know. She even gave the young boy some toffees, earning a broad smile from the brown-haired boy. Should we go for ramen? Asked Izuna. Yes! Izuna smacked his forehead when his kid brother ran out of the infirmary, making two nurses lose their balance and fall on their butts. He apologized on his brother's behalf and ran after him. Not so fast, warned Izuna. His warning was received a little late as Naruto bumped into some guards out for patrol. They were about to scold him, but then noticed who he was and gave him scorned looks. Even those vanished when Izuna approached and glared at them. Izuna smirked when the guards flinched on seeing him, apologized to his brother, and ran off. They knew their place. Still, he went forward and bumped his brother lightly on the head, making him scowl. "Hey, watch where you're going, baby brother," admonished Izuna. Naruto huffed and placed his hands across his chest, sitting flat on his butt in the middle of the street. Izuna saw many ladies and girls swoon over the young boy, and men giving him disapproving looks for such childish behavior. Izuna poked his forehead. "Let's race then," he said, uncaring about the disapproving looks from the Uchiha men. Naruto's smile could have brightened an entire city. Madara found his two brothers chatting and eating in the ramen stand. Well, it was Naruto gulping down his third bowl of ramen with Izuna watching him fondly. As he watched those two interact, Madara couldn't help but feel a bit jealous. He and Izuna were close as brothers, but the bond which Izuna shared with Naruto was something else. And that's the cliffhanger I'm going to leave it on. I hope you've all enjoyed this. Smash that like button. When we get 500 parts, I'll upload the next part. Comment Q, subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope you have a great day. Roll the outro.
And today